Hello guys, Gary, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can see me all. I hope everything is well. I hope the trading year is going all right for you so far. The most important, guys, I want to speak to you my gratitude. I'm very happy that I create my community with you. I hope you will find value in this. It's the most important. And yeah, let's dive into it. But before I start, the thing is, trading can be very simple. Trading can be very easy. From my perspective, many like trading companies, trading institutions, they overcomplicate things, right? Which means, from my approach, you must be very how to say, systematical. You must have a mechanical approach in trading. That's the most important what I've learned so far from my trading years. And yeah, I share my screen. Let's dive into it, and then let's see, guys, what's I prepared for you. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Chrome tab. All right, guys. Here we are right now on the Australian dollar, US dollar, and what I want to show you guys is just simply, that whenever the price makes a pattern like this, like we had a huge drop. It was like 7th of April, right? 2 weeks ago. It was crazy, guys. And this drop, whenever you have like a drop, literally like if you go to skydive, a free fall, then always you have a basing. But most of all, after a crazy strong like a wall, like a drop like this, afterwards is always stair stepping higher, yeah, which means coming always the recovery after such a huge drop. And that's the most important what you can always apply in your trading, which means it's just starting from there and then it's going higher and higher and higher, like we saw also right now here in this pattern. And just for your explanation, what I'm using here, I'm using the session indicator, which, I mean, if I just take it off, it's like the whole chart is dark, right, guys? But the most important, if I use it, guys, then the nice thing is just, that I have here like blue is London. Then we have the overlap, New York open, it's 4 p.m. Dubai time. And then we have the after session in New York. But the most important, guys, is, and this I want just to emphasize on, that whenever you see in whichever asset class, this is regardless if it's Forex, if it's a stock, I mean, but especially the liquid asset class like Forex, equity, when you have a large drop, doesn't matter which time frame, it's working. Yeah. Oh, you mean Arto? You mean it's squeezing? Show me. Thank you for coming, bro. What's oh? Thank you, my friend. Oh, Arto. You mean so you can't see my screen, right?
No, it's black. So you will fix it, guys.
Okay, guys, I think I have to fix my screen. Most important, let me check what's the issue. Moment. Strange. It's yeah, I can see, guys. Moment.
It's normal. Fix and come back. I think it's working now.
It's working? Okay. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Arto. One of my best friends here in the office, he just helped me. So yeah. But again, if I go to trading view, guys, just help me. I mean, it's my first time on YouTube right live. I hope it's gonna work because I went here on screen sharing. I think give me 1 second, guys. I think maybe that's the issue, right? Because I want to show it like this, Moment. Blenden. Because I have to explain you, right, the things in my chart. A moment. Share. Nope. One more time, guys. Share my screen. Gesamter Bildschirm. Arthur, guys, it's working? I hope so. Just test, guys, if it's working right now or no. Working. Thank you. Thank you, Arthur. Yeah, so amazing, guys. So it's working right now. So thanks a lot. My first time. Thank you, Gary. Amazing, Gary. Yeah. So let's continue with my presentation or my live stream for you guys. I go back to my trading view. Yeah. So that's that pattern here. You can see all over again. For example, we had the same pattern here like also last year on the Japanese yen USD. I mean USD Japanese yen. If you go back on a higher time frame, I'm sure maybe you remember this, guys. We had like, I remember this very, very well. You can see here, I'm speaking about this drop here, right? This drop here was like as well, like a wall coming down this thing, and it's always the same. It's mostly then stair stepping after this. After it's really, it's basing here. It was basing in a kind of support and as well in the demand zone, right? Then always afterwards going higher and higher. But that's one of my simple things I always identified. This you always can use whenever you see this in a chart pattern. You can trade this. It's like very, very easy to identify. And then just coming back, why I'm using the session indicator. It's very easy, the session indicator here on TradingView. Let's go back, for example, on the Australian dollar USD. The nice thing is if you go on a lower time frame, let's say right now on the 50 minutes, 5 minutes, let's take the 5 minutes, guys. Then the nice thing is that with the session indicator, you always have amazing like levels. And price is always bouncing back on previous day highs and day lows, which means, for example, it's very, very simple to see. This is one trading day, always like blue, green, and this is after New York session. So blue is London, New York, and after New York, white. And it's always one trading day. And also we're coming to the current trading day. But as you can already see, or I with my trained eye can see, let's show you guys how I do this, every day, right? So I just draw on the previous day like a high, right? And the high was actually like this. I draw it always blue because red would be supply, a selling zone, and green, as you know, is a demand zone. But then just, guys, I mark in the chart, I just mark, for example, like recent, it was in this case here because it was blue is London high, right? So we have here London. Sorry, guys, it's my first time. It's in the going live. It's a bit, maybe I'm nervous. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I just continue. So this was London high, right? My tab. Anyway, London high, yeah. So it means this price here marked the high of the London session exactly there. Also, let me mark it for you guys. And then the nice thing is that the price always is coming back to this level. So here was exactly the high, right? And as you can see in the future, it came yesterday, was yesterday, right? Yesterday in the Asian session, though the dark space always between end of New York and beginning of London is always the Asian session. But as you can see, guys, price came back up here and was acting like kind of a resistance. It made like kind of really like, you can even argue it's like a double top for sure. But the thing is, and what you can find as well on higher time frames, like we saw like on the US dollar Japanese yen or on the euro US dollar from last October, November for 3 months down, you can always find those nice trends also here in the lower time frames, which means how I trade this, guys, is just that I will, just try to find an entry in a daily session. Let's say right now here was my entry. Why I know I can enter here, because I don't enter with the first red candle, but just I wait to confirmation that I can see here's a clear resistance, that this level is holding and not going breakthrough. And then just, you regardless of the higher time frame trend, you just can intraday short this, and then you just scale in your position size. That's also very important. I just can give you like a tip. Most important, number one, scaling in your trades, which means mostly I just start those trades, even with my live accounts and also my prop firm accounts, with a very low position size. I just start with 0.25, so 1/4 of a lot, right? But the nice thing is, why I'm doing this, after a decent run in my direction, for sure, I add on, which means I just put, let's say right now, 0.45 lot. 0.5 I put on top of that, which means as much more the price is going in my direction, I add. But vice versa, if I would be wrong and I see a clear like uptrend is going, like bullish engulfing, or like a clear trend is building up in this session in London, then for sure also the nice thing is if you start with a smaller lot size in the beginning, you can easily double up, which is also why I choose my name, Mr. Hedging, what I love to do, and also what you can do with a very good, CFD broker where you have no swaps, no overnight holding fees, and especially super tight spreads. If you have a broker like this, you can easily scale in and also buy and sell in different directions. But this is another topic. This is more advanced. This we won't discuss today. Just what I want, that is like a first learning or free learning tip from my side. If you don't trade like this right now, just use the session indicator. This is very nice. You can find it in TradingView for free. And the nice thing is also what I recommend you, how I trade. Beside of my session indicator, guys, I just have, you see, my cross. I have a slow one. The yellow is the 100 moving average, simple moving average, and the 21, the green line, is my quicker one, because you can see when we are coming like here from a sideways consolidation, you have mostly the breakout is very, very clear or easy to identify. But one more thing, also what's helping me, and by the way, guys, what we are doing right now, or what I've done with you right now, again, you can see this, like a small repeat from here, my first teaching. Like if I draw here again, look here, this here was like the clear levels, you see? This here was Asian low, this was London low, and then it came back, like, I mean, this is okay, like kind of in this area, because already you can make like here an alert, because you know, here's a multiple times, like New York, London, and after New York session, multiple low, right? And you see, this is a very nice intraday trading style or tactic where I can easily make money on multiple times, act as support here, this level. And this is very important, because if you trade like this, you have always a nice idea where prices are bouncing off. And vice versa here again, like if I true right now, if I continue just what I'm doing, and also we can do this next time I do this live with you guys, you see, and with purpose I go in this direction. Let's start here. You see here was New York high, okay, price went down, made like a head and shoulders down, okay, just normal price action intraday, price came up, price came in this area from this previous New York high, yeah, so it's very, very nice, New York high. And what happened then, guys, it's just, reacted, couldn't break really through. I mean, it was really like a very strong acting, like very strong resistance here, and then just, like latest, guys, I would say, if you see this here, like strong bullish, bearish engulfing, strong bearish action, you can just somewhere here go in the trade and just trade this thing down in the session, which means also to clarify, in a session like this, I don't even look to catch monster trades. This is a clear, just a session trade. For example, I enter here, with the short. I just put very tight, here like over this supply level and resistance level, my stop. And then just in the best scenario, I mean, here also easy to identify. You go out here when it's really basing, and you see we made here like a 2.46, for example. But also it's working every day like this, because either way you can trade this, because either it's holding the previous session high, or it's gonna break through. Like here, perfect example, it was midnight, I mean Asian session, Tokyo session, when I'm sleeping here in Dubai. But the nice thing is, guys, it broke through. It was just bouncing off the multiple low, and it broke through, which means if it's not acting like a resistance level, bounce off, but it came directly up again, which means you can always react very, very easy from that point. And again, like just like this, if you also right now see, it's always like a reaction bounce off from the levels. And also how I trade much more than this, I act as well. I use this very nice, the volume indicator, because with the volume indicator, guys, I can very, very nice, for example, I show you right now, I'm just searching where's my volume here right now, a moment, give me 1 second, because right now I have so many things open here. Yeah, here's my fixed range volume, which means for this trading range, I can see, okay, that here, exactly at the neckline of this like kind of double top, here was the strongest volume. And that's also, is always a nice indicator, because then on these price levels, mostly the price, is a higher interest area, point of interest, which means in this area you can really nicely identify, okay, like a breakthrough or like a holding support area. That's one thing. I mean, you can find it on TradingView as well. In the left corner here, just go on the fixed range volume, and you can just draw the area you're interested in. And it's working on all time frames, not only on the 5 minutes, also on a higher time frame. But that's here, for example, and you see what is the price? Price came exactly back to my previous level. Here, you see, I mean, this is counting, which means it's here 1, 2, 3 times. And that's very, very nice intraday style. But also, I mean, this is like more for the guys or people of trader who like action, right? But you can see literally, you can really cut the charts in different parts, because this is always working how I trade this, for example. But also, let's look on a bigger picture. We don't only want waste our time or invest our time, sorry guys, here for this stuff. We go also right now on a higher time frame. But the nice thing as well, what we will discuss in another next week session, is like when you see, I just delete this here, when you're gonna see wicks, the wick of candles, when they are standing out like this, most of the times they're getting filled. I mean, even right now, if they're not getting filled directly, which means like here we had a large wick, it went first down the price, and then afterwards, after this correction, went up again and overtaking this wicks, which means those wicks, large outstanding wicks, getting always filled with bodies over time, right? But let's go on a much more simpler trade. What I'm calling out for now is the Euro Australian dollar. And on the Euro Australian dollar, we have right now a very nice situation that if you go on a weekly, guys, on the weekly chart, for example, you have here a very, very fresh level, right? Which is this level here. Sorry, we go on the Euro Australian dollar. I don't want the Euro entity. It's the Euro Australian dollar. Yes, this one here. And here again, you can see the more experienced traders from you who know me as well from last year, they know this is like a strong bullish rally in base, initiative base, like rally base rally, like at the mount level on the weekly chart, so very strong. And I'm just waiting. I already put here my alert. I'm just waiting that price is coming back, bouncing in this level here. And what happened here? As you see here, previously price was trying to push through this level, exactly to the 1.72 level, right, roundabout, and it always came back. I mean, always, not always, but in a certain attempt, it broke through. But the nice thing is when right now price will retrace back and come in, what is my assumption, also what I'm hoping, if price coming right now back down in this amazing weekly level here, I will buy with a lot of buying power. I mean, I will scale in, always scaling in, never marry one trade, never be too sure with one trade, but for sure I will go then from here only higher and try to scale in. Because if you look on a bigger picture, here again we have a beautiful wick fill, for example, right? From the previous years even, but again, this is like working like magic, because those wicks over time getting always filled, which means I expect for sure here after right now a pullback in this weekly level. I totally call out the euro bullish, very, very bullish versus the Australian dollar will go up for sure. That's my personal assumption. This thing will just bounce in this level here, bounce right now in here, and then stair stepping from here higher and higher. This is what I at least expect, and also what I will trade with all my accounts, prop and real accounts. I will try to catch this move, because you can make very, very nice money in forex trading when you catch a trend like this early on. And also kind of here from the price action, even on this higher time frame on the weekly, we can see this was a clear consolidation, or how we call it in professional trader jargon. It's like an accumulation zone where really was a lot of volume, but also a lot of indecision in both directions. Either, nor in the long side, nor on the short side. They didn't. There was not a really clear direction until this breakout. And amazing, because we have already a confirmation with this breakout, bouncing back in the level, and then boom. This will be a nice night, or one of the trades of this year, I expect for sure. And so right now the next thing I would like to show you as well, what I'm doing as well, or what I love to do is, like, let's go today. One of my favorite pairs is like the US dollar, Swiss franc, also. And here again, we have again, like what we see before. I mean, I can skip back right now. This is what now we here in the US dollar, Swiss franc pair. But also if I go back on the Australian dollar, US dollar, we had like this drop before. If I go now on the 1 hour chart, and this you can find regardless on which time frame. This is right now the chart pattern what we had right now before, like here. Sorry, we're on the Australian dollar. Sorry, guys. So on the Australian dollar, you see with this pattern today I started my session, and you see it's strong. You have always a strong drop. Yeah. Then you have consolidation or like a recovery, and then it's always, or most of the time, like 90% of the time, it's going higher. And the same we are seeing right now here for sure on the US dollar, Swiss franc. As you can see, as maybe most of you know, we had last week, if you go on a higher time frame, a huge drop. There was a huge drop. I mean, really from here down, huge drop, guys. And the nice thing is, I mean, right now already we are pushing higher. Also here, wick getting already right now filled with a strong green bullish body. So always the wick fill, right, is also very, very powerful trading concept, what I will emphasize on in my next sessions. But the most important, guys, is that it's only going higher and higher. Yeah. I mean, at least also if I double check the dollar, the USD right now, on the futures chart, on the currency chart from dollar itself, I know already, or what I would like to show you, that the weekly already is producing so far. I mean, we still have 2 trading days more consecutive, tomorrow and Friday, right? But look at this, guys, same what I'm emphasizing on, huge drop, as we all know from the dollar, huge drop in the past weeks, right? Due to the trade turbulence and the trade war from Donald. But God bless him. I love Donald. I love this guy because Donald makes us hopefully all millionaires this year. We have many stocks as a bargain to buy. We have a lot of action in Forex. I really like this guy in trading terms speaking. But yeah, so again here, so if this week closes right now with a green bullish candle on the dollar index on the USD, for sure, guys, I'm expecting then if the week closes like this, it will only go higher and higher again on those levels, like direction 106 for sure. And even if you look on the euro US dollar, it's looking right now so far, at least for right now, for sure, at least time for a deeper correction back. I mean, like for a comeback of the USD, and then later on a wick fill. But for right now, for the next days and next weeks, 1-2 weeks for sure, I expect for sure like the next 2-3 weeks, little comeback of the USD, of the dollar, because if it's closing like this, like a shooting star, which means price already went up, right, in this current week, but shoot it down. What we see already right now, if I zoom in on the lower time frame, you can see here clearly, guys, it's a very, very high and extended or exhausted move. We are very high on the euro US dollar. I mean, the euro is very, very high right now. I mean, it already overtook. It was already here on the 115 level. Yeah, what happened since 2 years, not anymore. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, more than 2 years, not. And so therefore, I expect at least right now. I mean, not like we came up here, but at least like with those reactions. I mean, here we can react a little, like 1 to 2 hour trade pullbacks, on the way down. But I expect for sure, like I told you right now, the next 1-2 weeks, a weaker euro or all currency baskets, again the dollar weaker, and I expect for sure a stronger USD. Yeah, guys. So dollar also we had right on look. So this is one of the things. Please keep this on your watch list. That just check on Friday night before you go out with your friends, or have a nice. I know some people of Spain watching me right now. Have a nice sangria or nice tapas in a nice tapas bar in Sevilla or in Mallorca before you go out, guys. Enjoy, and that's very important. Check if the dollar is ending the week with a green hammer candle like this, because if it's doing like this, then we have a clear indication to me at least. What I will do then, I will go long with the dollar for sure. Just, I mean, where am I? Here I search as my queen arrows, which means for sure, guys, if this one now is closing, I expect a clear uptrend. Okay, like this. I mean, for sure, at least until this area here, I am planning then to go long the dollar, which means long. I mean, I buy euro USD. I know the wick is here, but at least I expect the retracement into this level here. this is my trade plan. So which means we can go all long, which what I will do for sure, and I will keep you updated about the trade result, right? So I expect at least like a retracement back up from dollar in this level here. But I have also more what I worked out for you. But in between, guys, let me also ask you if you are still with me. Do you have some questions? Nice, thank you guys for your motivating words. Thank you guys so far. Love you all. Very, very motivating. So much participation. Before I continue, guys, do you have any wish, any asset class, what you would like that I have a look from my perspective? Do you want to see something from my side, what you would like to see or to watch? Otherwise, I continue. Okay, guys, no worries. I just go ahead. So what I will do more right now, is for sure that right now we go on the my sugar trade. So we also you can trade not only with FTMO but also with FTMO prop firm. You can trade the sugar like futures or CFD contract. And guys, this thing here, I mean, here many here waiting many weeks. They're waiting here actually to getting filled. Also, let me write this down. So many weeks are waiting to get filled in this area, yeah, which means those wicks here, as I'm speaking about those wicks here, all those wicks here, I expect right now to get filled when this thing is going up. I mean, we had already like last week, like a first hammer candle. So let's wait also the next 2 days for this one here. But again, here strong drop, but not only this. If you look on a higher time frame, I mean, we here right now on a weekly, which means we can make like what I already made before, but I want to show it to you right now here in my live session. This level where is right now sugar, it dropped really from like all-time highs from 28. It dropped down the price sugar cane to here to 18 right now. It's a discounted price right now. And as you can see, this level where we are currently in many years before on sugar, it acted like a real support. Like already here, like 21 and 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if you count right now 7 times, which means support and resistance is always acting like this. As much more often it gets tested or retested, as much more weaker it gets, which makes also the thing much more easier in both sides, which means in the beginning here, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 5 times, you can be very sure if it's holding, you can go long, like a confirmation. You can just put in the future, if you buy a support, you can just put the stop loss below the support, right? But right now, I would say cautious in 2 directions, because it's depending also right now how it's a continuation with the trade war, right? But normally, I mean, if right now this holding again, and we can just wait, or we can just put here some alerts, what I made already, like put alert above, alert on sugar, above, below the candles, and then guys, you will just see after that week what happened. But again, if it's breaking higher, I would say at least here this 19,000 level sugar, 19 price, then for sure I expect at least until this gap fill here, until this area, until 23, 24, 25, I'm planning to stay long and scaling in large in a sugar trade. So sugar has a huge upside potential. Why? As we can all see, if I zoom out here a bit, it made a large drop. So, and again, if you have questions, or don't know where you can buy this sugar contract, just ask me afterwards or write me in Instagram. I'm very well connected with one of the most worldwide regulated and leading brokerages, so I can give you very good conditions, also bonuses. But more important than this, I'm always very neutral. I just want to give you the best conditions. Also in FTMO, you can trade this, but most important for me, for all of us making money. And here is a huge upside after this drop inside sugar, because we are starting here right now from multiple support levels. Okay, but let's see how is the week closing on sugar. So it's also puts on your watch list in TradingView. And then last but not least, one of my favorite sports brands in the world. All people of you who know me, they know me since ever. I like soccer. I like football. I like as well gym. So, and I mean, which or sport enthusiast doesn't know or doesn't like or love? I would say love Nike, right? The famous brand, the famous US sports brand. Let's have a look on Nike. And Nike is very, very right now, very, very discounted and very, very amazingly for me. It's a huge buy. And yeah, let's have a look on Nike. What happened with Nike? I mean, Nike, the share, the stock price came from all-time high levels here, around about 180, right? 180 was Nike on the all-time high, and this is really, I mean, I can't repeat this often enough. I mean, imagine this right now, guys. Nike had here like a 180 was the Nike share, price per share was $180, right? Which is a huge price. Sorry, guys, share, huge price. And nevertheless, I mean, and just right now, it came back from these levels here. It was coming down until right now. Again, what we have here, again, what I also try to explain you all of you many times in the session today already. Large drop, you know, like boom, like a wall down, like a skydive here in Dubai, and or if I jump out of a helicopter, right? And whenever you have this really very, very rapid and aggressive drop, you can expect for sure afterwards. I mean, not like directly up like this, right? Like we are coming from, but for sure, like stair stepping higher again, like a recovery, right? And the most important, guys, is if you watch also a bit like on sugar, but here for me even more important as a long-term investment. Look at this, guys. Right now, a world brand like Nike, right? Amazing Nike Air Max, Nike soccer, whatever, Nike football and NBA, basketball, whatever sports you like. Nike is just a globally renowned brand like Coca-Cola or McDonald's, and for me, unbeatable in the long run. So which means right now, Nike, look from where Nike is coming from. It nearly lost 60%, 65% of its current high all-time value. And on top of that, guys, you can buy right now one full share of Nike for just currently, I mean, we're trading at $57, right? Currently. And that's our amazing news, 57 and 26 cents, which I recommend you guys do two things. Do for sure buy Nike with a CFD broker, which means just leverage it with buy as much as you can, but also go, for example, to interactive brokers, and there you can also just buy long-term hold, for example. But also with a perfect CFD brokerage, for example, multi-bank, you can easily leverage up to 1 to 500. You get a $40,000 cash bonus. But more important, if you have questions to choose the right broker, just ask me afterwards. The most important, guys, just this trade here is for me, not only as a CFD trade, but also for long-time investment, a very, very safe play. Because as again, like a repeat, like Nike is so cheap, like the last time it was in 2016, 2017, right? And why this happened as well, just to explain you a bit the fundamental thesis behind. As we know, the trade war with Trump especially hit Nike so hard because Nike has, as a textile concern, most of the fabrics like Zara, Mango, the manufactories in Asia. In this case, Nike has so many fabrics in textile manufactories in Vietnam, and as some of you know, Trump put very, very like tremendous high tariff fees on Vietnam, which caused as well like even a more decrease in the share price here, right? But the nice thing is, nevertheless, if you still look this year as the earnings means Nike always had like green earnings, which means the earnings supply, despite here one time red, but the rest like out of 12 times always green earnings. I mean, it's a very healthy company, right? Overall, and that's the thing, where I say, okay, Nike is for me a clear buy, yeah. Because imagine from here where it should go, for sure not until I don't know, not until this area here, because it's a clear support, it's a clear like low, but also perfect discounted price to buy in after this huge drop. And on top of that, guys, you're gonna cash in a very, very nice dividend. As you can see here in TradingView, they are paying dividends 4 times a year, which means every 3 months you will receive per one share you own 40 cents, which ending or whopping up an amazing $1.60 per year, so $1.60 you receive. It's amazing. It's imagine you own 100 shares of Nike, you get every year $160, which is already like, I guess, around about one Air Max, one new Nike Air Max. But don't get me wrong, you shouldn't buy Air Max from this. Just let the compound interest for you working. If you don't know what is compound interest, I will explain to you in another session on my, or like another YouTube video. Compound interest simply means that you just the money what you earn in trading, the cash flow also from your investment, from dividends, you just let in your trading account and just grow and just reinvest and put them again in for buying, let's say in this example here, for buying then later on new shares of Nike or another stock. In the best case, like here right now, you invest your money in a discounted stock, right? Most important, guys, I hope you stayed all so far with me. Please give my session a like. Was, as you saw in my beginning, not easy for me. To connect me here right away, which means I hope also right now you can see me. But like with everything in life, like with riding a bicycle or first time swimming, every first time has also some accidents, right? I guess so. But most of all, I'm very grateful that I can live here my passion, that I can do what I love so much, that also I had already a couple of guys watching me so far, right? Thank you all for your great support. Dear traders, my family, and yeah, hope to see you very, very soon. And most of all, I hope, guys, as this here is all like free, I just want to give you value. I hope you can find some new trade directions, like if the US dollar USD will close with a green hammer candle this week, I expect for sure the next 1-2 weeks a retracement of the USD, like bullish dollar. Let's see. But as well, also, the sugar trade, the sugar trade also is for me, sugar and Nike are completely like easy money trades, easy money, easy life, I would say. Yeah, and I thank you, all of you guys. Have a very, very nice evening, and I end up right now this session, easy money, easy life. Yeah, have a nice evening, and hope to see you soon. Don't forget, next Wednesday again, session with me, with Mr. Hedging. And also step by step, I will introduce you much more how I trade my hedges. I will show you my live trades as well. But for this, we have time. Step by step, I will grow into this for holding my live sessions. Okay. Have a nice night. Greetings here from Dubai, and see you soon, traders. Good luck tomorrow and the next race of this current trading week.